Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to recap weeks 2 and 3 of Paris Marathon training. Now I'm really excited to be into this series and this new training cycle. So week 1's video is already up live. I hope you've watched it. If not, I will leave a link somewhere up here so you can go and catch up with that if you've missed out. And this week I will put a bit of a disclaimer. Basically, weeks 2 and weeks 3 were the weeks that were surrounding Christmas. So I filmed a few bits, but I actually didn't get much footage, and especially the week sort of which was training of week 3. I really just tried to switch off from everything and just tried to kind of enjoy spending time with family and friends, which was lovely. But let's just get straight into it, and I'm basically just going to chat you through my training weeks, and also I will sort of so I'm going to look down because I've got my laptop here with all of my data loaded up on Strava ready to go, but I will also insert some other clips because I did get a couple of things, any pictures, any data, any stats. I'll put them up there just to keep it a little bit interesting so it's not just me talking to you. So let's start. Merry Christmas Eve. It is now Thursday of week 2 of training, and I feel like I've not really updated you at all on what's been going on. So I'll just do a little recap now, and I feel like this video is going to turn into like weeks 2 and 3 combined because of like Christmas, and it's just been a lot going on at the moment. So just haven't really picked up the camera too much. So Monday was a recovery run up the woods with my neighbours. James had gone out like really early because he had to get to work at like 7. I was not okay with getting up at that time, so text my neighbours and they were going up to the woods, so did 40 minutes with them, easy. Really enjoyed that, and just nice to have company. I've got used to like running with people now, so I feel like I tried to run with people as much as possible. Tuesday was a track session. On the menu was 5x1k at around, I think, 6:30 pace. We were aiming for like 4:10s per kilometres on the track. Worked with Sammy, that was really good. Off 2 minutes, so quite a comfortable session. Well, I wouldn't say comfortable, we're working hard, but it felt good again. The sessions are going well. James is programming them so that it's like I'm working but not like flogging myself around the track. Then we did 5x200s, and that's when we flogged ourselves. But it's just basically trying to work at a really top speed straight after sort of doing 5k of volume of effort, and really happy with that actually. I think the last one was like 5:16 pace, which was good. Wednesday was then 60 minutes on the plan, and was really uninspired to go out for a run. James said that he'd come out with me sort of in the afternoon and do 5k, so if I'd gone out and done like half an hour before. So I did that, did like our 5k loop beforehand, and then we went out and did another 5k together, which was good because it was just nice for him and I to run together, catch up and just chat. Now, so this is where we are now. So yesterday, about 2.5 miles into the first part of like the run, I felt a pain in the inside of my foot. Nothing like to stop me, but I could just feel like some tension in there. So when I met James, I just said, like, explained what it was, and he was like, just see if it eases off. And it did actually, like, after a mile into the second part of the run, so about 4 miles into the run, kind of eased off. Iced it in the evening, kind of felt okay throughout core class, and then after core class, I could feel something in my foot again. So woke up this morning and made a decision not to go for tempo, despite actually wanting to do tempo this week. If you know me, I don't like tempos. But then text my physio Rudy and was like, have you got any last minute slots today? Can you see me? So that's what I'm here now. He's literally going to fit me in like a break that he's got. So it's not like a full on appointment, but it's just to quickly see him. As I've like gone throughout the morning, it has eased off, so I feel bad. I feel that guilt, like should I have done tempo, but essentially I could have done tempo and made it worse this morning. So I'm hoping that it's just a bit of like tightness underneath the foot, which has caused this little bit of tension. I did have a conversation with Rudy a couple of months ago, like after breaking my ankle. It's on that side, it's on the left it's on the left ankle. Obviously the pain for the ankle was on the outside, this is now the inside, but he did say that the supporting muscles are gonna have to work harder because they may have weakened in the process. So I'm just hoping that's what it is, and like, because I've jumped up with my volume and intensity over the last couple of weeks and months, that's just what it is. I did only see Rudy a couple of weeks ago, but we'll just see what he says this morning, and just fingers crossed it's nothing too serious. James wants me to do like 30 minutes of like tempo on the bike today, but it's my last day like in the office, and I really kind of want to wrap as many things up as possible. So I'll see what Rudy says, and maybe I'll do something tomorrow or on the bike, although it's Christmas Eve and I've got quite a few things planned. I've also like not left the house at all this week, just because cases are now like super high, and so I've literally just been working, and the only time that I've seen people this week is to train outside. So I just want to enjoy a fairly normal Christmas as much as possible. So yeah, this will be like literally the first time I'm really going into another place which is not my home for the first time this week on a Thursday. But anyway, rambled on quite a lot. That's the update, and I'll let you know later on today, and then fill you in what we're doing for the rest of this week. So I had my appointment with Rudy, which actually went really well. He thinks that it was just a bit of an inflamed tendon. Now, looking back on it, on the Monday run up at the woods and also the Saturday previous in weeks 1 training, I wore an older pair of shoes because both of those runs were like on really boggy and muddy or like sandy up the woods terrain. So I wanted to, and all of my easy day shoes at the moment are mainly, all of them, like I'm saying, I've got like 100 pairs to choose from. I've got like 2 pairs of older Pegasus, which are kind of like, have I got 2 or 1? No, I've just got 2 pairs of Pegasus at the moment, and they're both light in colour. One's like a really light, yeah, because the bright pink ones are the ones that were on their way out, so they needed to go, so they've gone in the bin. But I've got a lighter pair of Pegasus 37s, and I've got a white pair of 38s. So I wore the old trainers, and he thinks potentially that from wearing the old trainers that were worn out, and also from the fact that I've just started to increase my mileage. Did a bit of ultrasound, did a bit of massage, totally fine after that, which was amazing. Did mean that I didn't do my tempo run that day. However, I just had to take rest, which was absolutely fine. And then we fast forward to Christmas Day. So it's Christmas Day, doing a little warm up before Milton Keynes Park Run, because what else could you do on Christmas Day other than run 5k? So Christmas Day Park Run has got to be one of my favourite runs of the year. Just in general, but like just this year was just amazing. Just the fact that we could run again on Christmas Day, we could do park run together. Everyone's in such a good spirit, everyone's just really happy, everyone's wishing you Merry Christmas. The marshals are all like dressed up, they've got tinsel or Santa's hats, and everyone mostly is like wearing either red or some form of like outfit. I just loved it. So I did a short warm up, as you saw by the clip, just because we were a bit earlier and it was freezing that day, so we just warmed up. And then park run, that's all I did on that day, because we wanted to run, and then we had lots of things planned with family and friends, so that was all of the mileage for the day, and my foot was fine, which was good. And that was, looking at Strava, average of 9:04 pace, but I remember the start was so congested. Just where our park run starts, it is my favourite. If you can come and do it, come and do it. So it's in Milton, it's called Milton Keynes Park Run at Willen Lake. But the first part of the route is like on a path which is very narrow. And so it has got grass either side, but at this time of year, you don't want to run the grass. You want to protect your trainers. So yeah, the start was congested, but the aim of the day was just to run and have fun and see our friends. So that was definitely achieved. Then on the Sunday was meant to be, I think, like 14 miles on my plan. Now, my coach is mean. I had a conversation with all of my clients and athletes before, like, what do you want to do on Boxing Day and Christmas Day? Because I don't want to interfere with people's Christmas plans. It's up to them if they want to run far and they want to run easy and whatever, but yeah, my coach didn't ask me. And on Boxing Day, we ended up organising sort of like a mini, I wouldn't say a club run, but a mini like group run. We just said to everyone, if you'd like to run with us, we're gonna meet here at this time. And so there was a nice group of us and we did 90 minutes. And I'm glad actually that I kind of stuck to just 90 minutes, because towards the end of the run, the last few minutes, my foot was a bit achy again. So after sort of like the treatment from Rudy, that was kind of enough. So oh, it depends which way you're going. It would have been longer for my long run and where I need to be in my training, but I think considering that it was like Christmas week, that was an okay week of training. So in total 32 miles again, like happy with that, and job done. Right, let's move on to week 3 of training. So we started off after Boxing Day, so would have been the 27th. So I'm actually really happy with this week because it is Christmas week and normally we've got loads of plans. My training goes, I wouldn't say like down, but I definitely like the intensity was still there considering that it was Christmas week. So we changed things around. Now I wouldn't, again, this is probably really good that I only did 10 miles on Sunday, but on the Monday we did our track session. We said to all our friends, like, we're gonna do track on Monday if you're keen. Sorry, just lost my slipper. We're gonna do track on Monday, and that was just because we were seeing family on the Monday and staying over, so we wouldn't have been back for track Tuesday. So everyone actually joined us for the track on the Monday, which was nice. This session was hard. So warm up as always, 2.5 miles, normally warm up and drills by the time that we finished. And this session was 4x800, 4x400. Now, the 800s were in like 3 minutes, so that's like top limit pace at the moment, and the 4x400s were hard. And the 800s on that day just felt horrendous, if I'm being honest. I will admit that over Christmas, I had this like black cloud over me. I was just so paranoid of like COVID and catching it, or it wasn't even about catching it. It was more so passing it on without realising. And yes, hi Lily. Hello. I've already fed her, so she's fine. I don't know why she's whinging. Maybe it's attention. But yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else felt like this, and James keeps banning me from talking about COVID now in this house, unless it really needs to be spoken about. But I just felt rubbish that day, and it's probably just the fact that we'd been drinking and eating for 2 days straight and enjoying loads of food, and we'd got up early to do a track session, and I was running at my upper limit, and yeah, anyway, let's just wrap it up there, because essentially I kind of hit the session that I needed to. The 400s, after doing the 800s, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm going to be able to hit this pace. I'm not going to be able to. But Sammy, who I've been running with at the track, really encouraged me, and we got through it together, so that was fine. On a disclaimer, I was lateral flowing like every day throughout Christmas week, to the point where I was running out of them. I was doing sometimes twice a day because I was just so paranoid, and we just had none, so and I had to like borrow a packet from a friend, and now we've got an abundance of them because I ordered so many. But there was a shortage over Christmas. But yeah, that's fine. Track session done, and also I'd done 10 miles the day before, so of course it was gonna be hard. Just needed to get over myself, and that was fine. So Tuesday was meant to be sort of hot. Lily's gonna jump up. Lily? Half an hour easy run. We had stayed over with James's parents, so, well, grandparents actually, and that's where probably the reasons I was really conscious. But we went out with James's mum's dog, which was really fun actually. Bonnie like just dragged me around. I'll put some pictures up because she's so sweet. She's a rescue dog, and she's never been like taught to run or anything like that, but that was really fun. We ended up doing 45 minutes because we did a loop, and James wanted to try a new location or a new lane or something like that, and yeah, ended up being 45. See what I mean, Lily? 45 minutes instead of 30, which was fine. Then in the afternoon we did our second dog duty of the day. Lily's tail. We took out our neighbour's dog for a walk because they were out, so we walked our next door we walked Molly, so that was good, some good steps for the day. And then Wednesday's run was another 45 minutes easy on the plan, building up those Wednesday runs. Just headed out on my own, 8:51 average pace. And yeah, just kind of made the route as I went along. I found that over the last few years, where we like lived in the same house for a couple of years now, and because of lockdown, we've had to do quite a lot of runs from our house. So sometimes I'm not very creative with like making up my own routes because I do get lost quite easily. So this time I was like, I kind of know my way around now. I'm just going to try and find a new route. So that was that. Thursday was a rest day because on Friday we had a race. So it was New Year's Eve, last race of the year. And in the lead up to this, we'd booked this because we thought it was like a fat? I was trying to say flat and fast and that came out as fat. A flat and fast course. But because of the weather in the lead up to it, apparently in some areas it was a bit boggy. So they advised trail shoes. I do not own trail shoes, so there was no way that I was going to be able to just go out and buy a pair that close to the race. So I ended up wearing my Tempo Next Percents, and actually they were fine. The race wasn't as bad as what they made out on the email, and a few people that I know that have worn trail shoes on that race said completely the wrong choice of shoe. And also because of actually how hard some of the surface was, because it's got support, it puts a lot more pressure on like your lower legs. So wrong choice to have worn trail shoes, which was good because I didn't have any in the first place. So it was like narrow in places. It wasn't like the best surface to run on. There was one bit, I think, for like between 8 and 9k, which was quite boggy, but it wasn't terrible. It slowed me down slightly, but not horrendously. And average pace was 7:15, so I was really happy with that, considering that, you know, at the moment my tempo runs aren't super fast. So in terms of the pacing, 7:24, just kind of finding my feet. I said to myself like 7:30s I'd be happy with. Then the second mile was 7:38, but that's because a lot of it went through like a single file, sort of like by the side of the railway. Mile 3 I loved, so like there was like a lot of downhill by that part, and maybe looking at the graph, maybe some of the other side of that was uphill because the other side is downhill. So 7-minute miles for that mile. Then settled into a rhythm, 7:17, 7:10 and 7:07. So the 7:10's not bad considering that some of that might have been a bit boggy. So yeah, that's not bad for those 2 miles considering that. And then a 6:45 for the last 0.2. So yeah, apart from mile 3 I went quickly. It was almost like a progressive second half, which was good. So very happy with that, and it was a nice way to round off the year. Saturday was park run day, so very lucky to have got Christmas Day and well, to be fair, you get Christmas Day and New Year's Day park runs if they're not on Saturday anyway. So they were just normal park runs. We stayed up far too late on New Year's Eve, so I was not feeling super fresh for Saturday. But average pace 8:14, so must have felt okay at some point. And yeah, it was just a nice kind of New Year's because we were celebrating 1 year of being engaged. So that was lovely. And then Sunday was easy run day and 14 miles for me. So longest run since my injury, which I was really happy about. I went with a group because I wanted the support. The group are faster than me. So yeah, the group are faster than me, but I kind of just hung off the back, knowing that I was with people, and that's the kind of place that I'm at right now. Long runs aren't like, I'm not able to run as quick as what I have been in the past. and some of like my friends are all at different kind of paces right now, so it's just a bit of a difficult one to try and like get us all together. So average of 8:46, just over 2 hours and 14 miles. First 40-mile week in a long time, so really happy with that, and it's a good way to kind of round off week 3. Managed to get my tempo run in via the race, which is good. So I know that tempo runs are one of the things that often gets moved, or yeah, it's just not my favourite run. So my commitment moving forward is to try and be better in the future with these runs. But really happy with the weeks and how they kind of played out, especially the fact that it was over Christmas week. I feel like my approach to this training block is like, I am focused and I am motivated. However, like for me, I don't want to put too much pressure on this marathon. Like I do obviously want to perform as best as possible, but I think I said it in one of my other videos a lot, is that I want to enjoy this. So by not putting too much pressure and not putting too much emphasis and focus on making everything about this, it's more for me about the process and enjoying it and getting back into a really good healthy routine with my training once again. So as you can see there, I didn't actually go to the gym, I don't think, at any point within those 2 weeks. And I will, like in the first week video, I was like so motivated with the gym, like really gonna make sure that I step up my strength training. But what I didn't mention actually is in week 2, I barely did anything apart from training. Like I did, just because of the COVID thing, I just didn't really leave the house. So I didn't go to the gym in week 2 because I was like, I don't want to, like I want to mitigate the risk at any point here. And then in week 3, we were just busy with either training, and then we were like either relaxing at home or seeing friends and families, because we had quite a few plans that week. So I'm really happy with those weeks training. I'm really sorry that basically the filming was not up to par, but I just wanted to enjoy it, and I thought let's just put a video together, let's recap, and then moving forward after that, got loads of footage for week 4, and I'm getting loads of footage for week 5 and stuff too, so everything will be a-okay moving forward. But I know that some people are interested in what my training looks like and how the journey goes, so there's the update. So week 2 and 3 done and dusted. We'll be back to normal next week for moving forward. And yeah, like I said, just wanting to really try and enjoy this process as much as possible. Hope your training's going well. Let me know in the comments what you are training for. If you've got any big targets this year, I'd love to hear it, and would love to be on this journey with you. So thanks for watching, and stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.